I'll now move to the entire instrument. And again, if the habit's established with the mouthpiece and the straws and keeping everything focused, and again, this is for you, the instructor, that you feel comfortable with it so you can demonstrate. Now going to the instrument, everything just applies over. This is one of the nicest things about the pBuzz, in that it's a lightweight instrument. Hand position, while you can be very specific about it, really doesn't affect very much, whereas in a professional line instrument, the weight of the instrument and the appropriate hand position is really a must, being able to manage those things. This allows for a lot more leeway. I like the fact too that one hand stays very close to the mouthpiece, which isn't that far off from holding the mouthpiece by itself, which is a very secure feeling to the student first approaching this. Now, some differences you might notice from student to student as they approach the instrument, assuming they're all getting a sound, is you may hear, and notice I'm leaving the tube length the same. I'm hearing different quality of tone, and I'm hearing slightly different pitch. The pitch differences are caused almost in their entirety on the speed of the air, or if you want to stay with the temperature reference, the coldness of the air. So if you hear students that sound below pitch or flat, it's simply that they're not using a focused enough and fast enough air column to go through. Some ideas to keep them the idea of propelling that air through is, one, ask them to make sure that mentally they're thinking of blowing through the entire tube. And another thing is give them a target somewhere in the room away from them and have them direct the air that direction. Notice as I'm doing this on the entire instrument and also on the mouthpiece, my instrument is slightly down. It's not straight out. And that's because the majority of the population has a slight overbite, and that allows for that. So don't be worried, don't be thinking the students have to bring their instruments up high or anything like that. It should just be very comfortable. If their head's up straight, it should be just slightly down. One of the great teaching opportunities that I think the pBuzz affords us at every level is their exploration of maintaining a good sound regardless of the length of the tube. Now, while this tube doesn't expand as greatly as a professional instrument would, like a trombone, it does expand almost doubles in length as we stretch it out. Along with that doubling of length will be a change in the resistance to the air column. And for the students to get an optimal tone and optimal success through the entire instrument, they want to learn to use their air column to balance the minute changes. To keep everything going, and as the tube gets longer, they have to propel the air longer also. And so there's some great things to do there. I would also recommend, and you could do this yourself for your own ability to demonstrate, some exercises before starting working on actual music or producing of any kind of songs or anything. And this again is a great tool for this. Doing some things using a glissando without any kind of articulation, just making sound and etc. And what that does is we keep the horn on the face, and through just doing that for periods of time, the muscles really get a nice workout, and their endurance and their responsiveness quickly and greatly improve. But it's great exercises for consistency of playing as they move forward. This can be introduced simply as a call and response kind of exercise. You play, they play, you play, they play. Just keeping it in any kind of meter at a slow pace. And the nice thing about pBuzz is, one, they're training orally, copying to match the sound, but they also can train visually to see that they're matching the color that you're going to, if you stand in an appropriate position where they can see that. So again, beyond just playing music, which of course on pBuzz offers a lot of resources on our website, our pPlay website, of notated music using colored notation, and again, you can use other curriculum that uses colored notation, like Boom Whacker curriculum, for instance. We can do some really interesting things. We can do lots of exercises with pitch matching by doing intervallic things without even talking about what an interval is or anything. We are laying the groundwork for all of that higher order thinking in terms of musical knowledge. The whole idea of doing copycat or call and response exercises is such great training for them on an instrumental workout in terms of that. The other thing is the fact that this is on a slide without any kind of valves or keys or anything. The whole idea of the glissando is just, with its comic element in that, is just so attractive to kids, and just an awful lot of fun to get to do that. And they can cover the whole range of the instrument very easily that way without any kind of mechanics going on, other than really in terms of musical instrument production, one of our most primitive concepts.